this ever happens to you, you come on your vehicle, try to turn it on and nothing. Kind of wants to turn, but it doesn't start. Stay tuned. Upon checking battery voltage, we have good voltage of the battery, so it's probably the alternator is not charging, because I have to jump start the vehicle in order to get it to my shop. The alternator is down there, so I'm gonna see if I can start the vehicle and see if how much amperage do I have after cracking the vehicle. Right, let's start the vehicle again and see if it starts. Nope, it didn't start. Let's put the jumper and get it running. I have the jumper already installed, and it's going to start. But let's check if the alternator is pumping any voltage to it. So no, vehicle not charging, alternator not charging. So in this scenario, we're going to have to request an alternator change, replacement. So voltage is not coming from the alternator. We're going to start removing our alternator, and our alternator is going to be removed from this side. I'm going to empty this reservoir for the power steering. I'm going to use a extractor pump to extract the fluid. I'm going to remove this plastic. I'm going to remove the PCM, remove this bolt so I can get the alternator out of this way. But before we get to do that, we're going to remove you can remove the negative or the positive terminals. So let's get to do that. Right after we have removed our battery, now we have to disconnect our reservoir. I drain the fluid. I disconnect the hose from over here, and this one over here, the bottom one. So I'm just connecting the PCM. It's easy. You just press on these tabs here on the bottom. You press on that and press and pull. Then you can remove it. This is the way that I like to do it. Also the one on the bottom, this one right here, this one right here, it's connected here on the bottom, this plastic. That's where it sits. So you're just gonna lift this lip over here and then pull forward, and then also this one over here, disconnected. You're just gonna lift this right here, this little tab, the gray one, and then you're just gonna pull that out of the way like that. That's how you're gonna get your harness. And then if you have to remove the one on the back as well to get more clearance, you can remove it on the back to gain more clearance over there. Right after I have removed my harness, I just placed it back over here. I end up removing the clip on the back just to get more slack on the wiring. I'm gonna remove my coolant reservoir. I'm gonna disconnect that hose on the bottom. When you disconnect it, just put your hand on it. That way it doesn't spill any coolant, because it's filled with coolant. And then over here, it has a one of these plastic clips. You're just gonna use a pick and then pull it up, and you're gonna remove it. Again, this is how I do it. There might be other persons who do it differently, but to me this is the easiest and fastest way to get an alternator out of the way. So this one right here, this motor mount, we're gonna lose that bolt in order for us to be able to manipulate this little bracket over here. We're gonna move it back over here. That way when we pull our alternator, it's not on our way. So that's the way I like to do it. So let's keep going. Alright, I have already loosened our motor mount bolt. just enough to get this to move around from this position to this position over here. Also, I removed the bracket. This bracket is the one that holds your coolant reservoir. This right here, your extra. So I just loosen it up from the bottom, and it just folds out of the way right there, like that. So we're gonna leave our PCM in place. This is plenty of room to get it out. So we're gonna take the pressure out of the serpentine belt from that bolt over here. We're gonna push that way, this pulley over here, so we can get pressure off of the serpentine belt, and then we're just gonna remove that. Take a picture or take a note how it's routed. That way when you put it back, you put it the same way. Right now that we got to this point, we're gonna remove this 10mm bolt over here of this bracket. Also, we're gonna remove the number 12 nut that attached to the alternator for our wiring. These Hondas are known for oil leak on top of the, oops, it fell off. Okay, so I'll get it later. For oil leak on top of the alternator. So as you can see, this one, it's not deception. That's the oil leak right there, and it drips right on top of the alternator. So now our next step is to disconnect our connector from the alternator plug. I'm gonna get it from this over here. Let me disconnect it, and then I can. Right now that we have access to our alternator, we're gonna remove, I like to remove the whole bracket. This is the bracket that holds the alternator in place. So it has a 12mm bolt on the bottom. I already removed that. And there's another bolt that holds the bracket, this bracket over here, right in here. That's another bolt, another 12mm bolt. Loosen that up as well, and take it out with the complete bracket. There it is, it's coming out. So now you only have one more bolt to remove. That's gonna be the bolt, let's see, with the alternator, the bolt over there. That's a 14mm bolt, 14mm bolt, and that's gonna be all the bolts you're gonna need to remove to get your alternator out of its place. So that's the last bolt. After removing the alternator, all the bolts is free to remove. Your alternator pulley, your serpentine belt pulley, is going to be on your way. So all you have to do is just put your wrench again and take out the tension, and that way we'll leave enough space to remove your alternator this way. So once you get your alternator out of there, all you have to do is just reach down there and remove it from here. One hand is kind of hard because of the way the alternator is, but you get the main idea. I'm just gonna leave it right there so I can use both hands to remove it. Right, I have installed back our alternator. So you don't just remember, this bracket has two bolts, one under here, the other one right in there that they attach to the engine, and your 14mm bolt over there on the bottom. So that's all, 3 bolts that I like to, because I like to take out the bracket out of the way. Now we're going to install our wiring connector and our wire to the stud over here of the alternator, and we're gonna put everything back. Okay, so there you have it. It's easy. I have already installed our serpentine belt, so that's the routing. The serpentine belt, the diagram. I already installed my my alternator wiring, also electrical connector. When you tighten that knot that goes into the alternator power stud, just be easy on it. Don't tighten them too much, because those are braid or they break. There's plastic on the bottom. Connect your connector. Now it's time to put our coolant reservoir in place. Plug our PZM back in place. I didn't remove it, as you notice, and just plug it back in place. Put your bolt over here. I believe you can do it from here on. That's how you install your alternator. Or after replacement, our alternator is working, it's charging 14.202 volts. Everything is working as it should, the way it should be. What worries me is the oil leak. The oil leak over there, right by the oil dipstick. That's the oil that drips into the alternator and damages it. So I'm gonna suggest changing the gasket.